know, of course, because, well, you're on my channel. This is my first live stream, so I'm trying to figure everything out. Okay, wait. I see you guys. I see you. Hello. Okay, I see you on my YouTube channel, only on my phone. So I will just talk to you guys and look on the phone. I'm also watching YouNow. If you guys don't follow me on YouNow, it's just younow.com/ElenaHouse. That's where I'm live streaming from. I didn't realize I'd be a square. I might have to fix that sometime in the future. But I am going to be answering some questions right now because, as you guys may have noticed, I did not upload a video today, and I try to upload every Thursday or Friday. But as a lot of you know, I'm in college. I've been in college for about 2 years, since I was 16. But this is my first time taking a summer course. I've never taken a summer course before. And what they pretty much do is they take a course that, should take up a normal semester, and they squish everything into 7 weeks. So I have to turn in like an assignment every single, I should know this, Wednesday and Monday night. So I've been super packed, so I'm so sorry I wasn't able to finish editing a video to upload today. So I'm going to be answering some questions that were sent to me on my Instagram and my Snapchat. These are all fitness related. Oh, thank you so much, Dan. Oh my gosh! So you guys may have seen that Dan just tipped 5,000 bars. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be answering a bunch of questions some of you sent to me on Instagram and on Snapchat. So I will also be answering questions on YouTube and YouNow, so you can send some. So first of all, a question that I got. Oh, and by the way, if you want to add me on Instagram or Snapchat, it's just Elena House, ElenaHouse. Always plug. So my first question is, thank you for all your videos. They are a lot of help to me. Oh, I'm so happy. Though there is this thing that always stops me from working out. I never particularly enjoyed sports nor any physical activity. I've watched a lot of motivational videos. I've tried to start liking working out, but it's really hard. Okay, so I totally understand. That is very difficult sometimes. So there are 2 ways you can go about this. Actually, you can do these 2 things together, but it's okay if you do them separately. The first way, there are so many different kinds of workouts out there right now. There's HIIT, high intensity interval training, which is what I do on my channel a lot. There's CrossFit, weightlifting, running, Pilates, cardio bar. There are so many different ones. So what I would suggest is go online, look up a bunch of different kinds of workouts, and do a little reading on them. And if you aren't interested in, for example, a monotonous kind of workout like running, then don't try it. Don't find what is right for you. So if you read about HIIT, high intensity interval training, which is what I show on my channel, because it changes every 30 seconds, then maybe you should try that out for like a week and see if you enjoy it. And then try cardio bar, and then try CrossFit, and just see what vibes best with you. My second bit of advice, and you can do these 2 together. You're saying how, you're finding a lot of difficulty finding motivation. You're watching all these motivational videos, but while motivational videos and following fitness models on Instagram can be motivational, the best motivation I've found is seeing progress in yourself. Because when you start to feel stronger and look leaner and feel faster and just healthier, you don't want to lose all the progress you've made. You see what I mean? Like you'll be like, oh, look at how much I've improved. I don't want to lose this progress. And also, I now see that it's possible for me to achieve a better body, better health. I see that it's possible. So I see how far I can go, So what I would suggest is set a date, a month, 1 month and a half, 2 months in the future, and say, until this date, I will work out 30 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week, and just force yourself to do it. Now, usually I would say that forcing yourself to work out is not sustainable because eventually, if you really don't like doing something, you will give up on it. But that's why I'm saying set a date 1 month to 2 months in the future, and that is when you will stop. At least because then in your head you're thinking, well, this isn't forever. But then let me tell you, in a month or two, you will definitely start noticing differences in your body, such as you might feel stronger, because we don't like doing things we feel like we suck at. I mean, it's true. If you're starting to work out and your body's just like, whoa, we don't do this, we aren't good at this, then you're not going to really want to do it. You're going to feel like you're dying because it is working out. So after this month or two of just making yourself work out, you'll start to notice all these positive differences in your body. And I think that will definitely inspire you to keep going, to, first of all, keep the progress you've made, as well as continuing to make progress. That was kind of long, but let me check on what y'all are writing. Yes, I am half Chinese, by the way. Someone was asking. I'm half Chinese, and my other half is Caucasian. So, yeah, the other day someone said that I looked like a Korean K-pop girl, which was kind of funny. I was just buying makeup, and the guy was like, "You look like a K-pop singer." So the second question that I got on Instagram. Oh, and feel free to be writing me questions on YouNow and on YouTube. But the second question I have saved here is, how do you deal with the situation of where you want to eat healthier, but your family is always buying fast food? I'm currently dealing with this situation, and it's really becoming difficult for me to get the body and health status I want. I can definitely see how that can be a difficult situation, and I totally empathize. While my family is a very healthy family, like we never ever eat out, and like if we ever go on vacation, we bring a cooler of healthy food because we don't want to eat out and get all that MSG and added sugar and stuff. Like we're pretty extreme, but we do differ in our diets, and sometimes that does cause some problems. For example, my parents are both not vegan. They don't really eat much meat though, and no dairy, so it's pretty similar, but sometimes there are some differences. And but I have converted my dad to vegan cheese as well as some vegan chicken. So but it depends on your situation. But so you sound kind of young. I'm not going to assume. But if you're living with your family and your family doesn't eat healthy but you want to, maybe have a discussion with them and say, like, these are my goals and this is what I want to do. So if you don't mind, could I make my own meals? Or, like, can I maybe make some of the meals that we all share? Thank you so much, Ray, for tipping me 100 bars on YouNow. That is so sweet. Mwah! Thank you so much. But anyway, back to the question. Ask them, can I make the food sometimes? Or if you guys are having a meal that like you're having hot dogs or something and I just don't really feel like it, can I have some access to the kitchen and make myself some food? Like have a discussion with them and see what you can work out. Let me check on, I think diet should be a habit, right? Yes. Whenever I say my diet, I don't like going on what most people would consider a diet. For example, I need to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to diet for a few weeks and then I'm done. No, when I say diet, I'm talking about the lifestyle choice I've made. So, for example, I don't eat dairy, like that kind of thing, and it's not like a temporary thing. Because I feel like with diets, it's unsustainable. What it does is, what you want to do is have your weight be like this, or if you're trying to lose weight, you want it to go like this, and eventually, kind of go like this. But if you keep going on these temporary diets, your weight will go like this. Because you will go on a diet, and usually when people go on a diet, they just eat a lot less and not exactly eat the right things. So then their weight will go like this, and then they'll stop dieting, and when you go back to your unhealthy diet, it's going to go like this, and then you're going to go, oh no, I gained weight, and then you're going to go on a diet, and it's going to go like this. And that's just really not healthy. You would really rather just switch to an all-around healthy diet that isn't starving yourself, because a lot of people when they go on diets, they do. So you're not starving yourself. You're just eating healthy. So let me check on my questions. How do I convince myself to eat healthy? This is a good one. Okay, when I was younger, let's say probably 13 and under, 13 and below, I was stick thin. I was so small. I mean, if I look back at my old cheerleading pictures or my old dance pictures, I look like you could like grab my arm and just go. I was so small, and I never had to worry about what I ate. And so I never paid attention to whether what I ate was healthy or not. The thing is, whenever I ate at home and my mom was making all my food, it was healthy. You know, it was pretty healthy. We've since gotten a little more strict with our diets here at home, but it was always pretty healthy. And then when I got older and my metabolism wasn't as fast, and you know, you get older and you stop being a twig, a walking, talking twig, you start to pay attention more. And at first, it's a little difficult. You know, the first time I had a green smoothie, I was like, this is not like the kind of smoothies I get at the mall, you know? But what you need to try to do is get into it gradually. That's what I recommend. Get into it gradually. You know, don't go from eating fast food once or twice a week to wheatgrass juice shots for breakfast. Like, you can ease yourself into it. So instead of having your usual breakfast, try having a fruit smoothie. Those taste good. I mean, those taste really delicious. And then, you know, after a while, add in a handful of spinach. After a while, add in a handful of kale. You don't have to jump right into it and make yourself feel miserable, because oftentimes that's what happens is you just jump into it and go, and then every day you just are like, I hate my food. I don't like my food. But if you just gradually go into it, it'll be fine. And eventually you do get used to it. You do start to actually crave healthy food and not unhealthy food. As you guys know, well, as most of you guys know, I'm an actress, and I recently auditioned, well, not recently, a few months ago, I auditioned for I'm not going to say the brand, but it was a soft drink company. And they gave us a can of their soft drink to drink in the commercial for the audition. And I took my first sip and I was like, what is this? This is so much sugar. And I read the back and I was like, oh my God, that is so much sugar. But, and that just goes to show you, like, 5 years ago, I would have loved that I got a free soft drink, you know, but now I'm like, I sound like Ethan from H3H3 Productions. I don't know if you guys watch them on YouTube, but he always like does this cough thing. Anyway, next question. What was the first motivation to eating healthy and staying fit? Because I certainly want to be there, but I have no motivation. So that kind of goes back. I don't know when you started tuning in, Fernanda, but I had just talked about how some of the best motivation is when you see improvements in yourself. Oh, thank you, Armando, for following me on Instagram. When you see improvements within yourself, that is one of the best pieces of motivation. So what I would suggest is starting to work out and kind of making yourself work out for a time until you start to see that improvement. And also that's the same with eating healthy. Maybe, and like I said earlier, you don't have to jump into eating healthy, like replacing all your meals with brand new, super healthy, insane meals. You can do it little by little. Start with one meal. Change one meal that's maybe I don't know, I'm trying to think of something unhealthy. Just say like you would usually eat a cheeseburger once a week. Instead of that cheeseburger, try to have one of the recipes on my channel. For example, I have many smoothies, soups, other dishes. Yeah. And I have something else I'm going to come back to, but not right now. I saw another interesting question from Tony. What exercises would you recommend for getting your leg and hip back in shape after an injury? Some of you may know I keep saying some of you may know, but some of you may know I used to do gymnastics. I still do some tumbling, but I don't do gymnastics anymore. But when I did gymnastics, there were often times when you would have an injury, but you don't want to just sit on the couch, you know. Let's see, you said leg and hip injury. Yeah, leg and hip. I've hurt both my legs, the inside of both my legs, as well as my lower back, my lower spine area. So, I'm not sure if you're trying to still work on your legs, if that's the question, or if you're just wondering about general exercises you can do while those areas are still hurting. And it really depends on the injury, so I can't really give advice confidently right now. If you could fill me in a little bit more, I would be happy to, but I can't, I don't know if you hurt your calf, your thigh, if it's muscular, if it's bone, I'm not sure. Oh, and Tony also asked, speaking of being an actress, would you be interested in doing a television series set in the future? Yeah, I would love to be in TV and film. Oh, and I can't give any names or anything, but a couple hours ago I got an email from my agent that I booked a role in a commercial, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to be filming it mid next month, so I'm happy about that. Tony said both. Tony, do you mind letting me know what kind of industry, I keep saying industry, what kind of injury you have? Matt Sado said, is it fine to eat 2,000 calories per day, or is that too much? It depends on a lot. For example, how much you work out, male or female, your current weight, your age. So I'd say 2,000 sounds about good. I think you're male, but I'm not sure. I don't want to assume just by a username. But 2,000 sounds about right if you're a male, especially if you are working out. If you're lifting really heavy weights, though, you might want to increase that. Just don't increase it with, when I say increase your calories, I don't mean, oh, you're good to get a milkshake. I mean, like, more protein, more leafy greens, more fruit, that kind of thing. Also nuts and seeds. Okay, Tony said, I'm being treated by a chiropractor, but I need to get the injured area back in shape. Okay. I don't want to recommend anything that could possibly ever hurt anyone. You may want to speak with your chiropractor or your doctor about this exact situation. I had a workout a little while ago on my channel, and it's called Beginner's Workout. And I had just really hurt my left elbow. And I talked about that in a couple of my videos. Like my first What I Eat in a Day video, my elbow was still injured. And so what happened was I had been doing a martial arts class, and I was trying to do something called an aerial. You may or may not know what that is. It's kind of like a sideways flip. And in the air, like I could feel I wasn't at the right angle and I was coming down too fast. I reached down to kind of catch myself, and my arm like went backwards, and I like felt this dull pop in my arm, and I couldn't bend it for a while. So in that workout, I had been going easy because I was trying to, let that heal, let my elbow heal. It's all right now. Everything is completely fine. But yeah, it really just depends on, what kind of an injury it is, what you are capable of doing, what part of your, healing process, I guess, what part of the healing process you're in, rehabilitation stage you're in. So yeah, consult with your chiropractor and doctor. That's what I would recommend. Are you planning to do more vlog-like videos in the future? Yes, I would love to do more vlogs. I find them so fun. But one of the only problems is I'm such a perfectionist that when I edit videos, I'm like so specific. And when I film vlogs, there's so many hours of footage that it takes forever to edit. But I still really love the end product. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, I've been neglecting all of you on your comments. Somehow I didn't see them until just now. I feel like no one is, Adam says, I feel like no one is supporting me in my weight loss, and friends are saying like, oh, just try this, or just this time in my case, it did affect my relationship with them. Are you saying that they aren't supportive of your weight loss journey? Like they're trying to convince you to not work out or not eat healthy food? Because I've heard of that problem in many cases. Actually, people have said that to me. When I was doing gymnastics, I would always save an extra like 30 minutes at the end of class where I would work out, and I would bring out like some dumbbells and use some weights and do laps around the gym and stuff. And a lot of people were telling me like, you don't need to do this. You're skinny enough. You're strong enough. And just, saying don't listen to them sounds a bit mean, but don't listen to it. Like, as long as you are feeling healthy and you know that that is what is best for you, don't give in. Because, of course, the funny thing about it is, yes, I might be thin. Yes, I might be strong. But that's because I do this, All right, let's see, another question. How can I stay fit and healthy in school? I'm in high school. P.S. I love your videos. Thank you. How can I stay fit and healthy in school? Ooh, good question, good question. High school. Okay. I just want to make sure it's not like a 10-year-old, because then I would have some different advice. But with high school, okay, I'm not exactly sure about your exact situation, but I will give a few pieces of advice just because I don't know your exact situation. So, to stay fit and healthy in high school, what I would suggest, the first thing you can do is try to, first of all, bring your own lunch and breakfast if you eat breakfast there. That is one of the stupidest things I've ever done. Is when I went to school, I never brought my own lunch. And I feel so stupid for that, honestly, because I don't know. I just gave into peer pressure. Well, I didn't give into peer pressure. I was just always worried about being picked on in school. So I didn't bring my lunch for fear of being picked on because, I don't know. But that is one thing I regret the most, because school lunches are not healthy. No matter how healthy they claim to be, no matter how many food pyramids they have on the walls, school lunches are unhealthy. And the food pyramid isn't even correct, but we're not going to go into that right now. So bring your own lunch, definitely. I have a lot of fast, easy recipes on my channel that you can, make the night before or even a couple days before. Put it in some Tupperware, store it in the fridge, and just take it out that morning. As for working out, it depends on your schedule. Thank you so much, Ray, for tipping 100 bars. 200 bars. Ray is the real MVP. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Oh yeah, as for working out, it really depends on your own schedule. If you have time after school, then definitely I would suggest after school, try to get in a workout at least 30 minutes long. And just try to make it not too late in the night. Don't work out for a few hours before you go to sleep, because it actually makes you too awake and then you can't go to good sleep. And when you sleep is when your body is actually losing weight and building up muscle. So sleep is very, very important in your fitness and weight loss journey. So you don't want to sacrifice that. So if you're able to work out when you get home, try to do it immediately or very soon afterwards, within a couple hours of getting home. I'd say before 8 p.m. If you don't have any time after school, you're going to have to show the universe your commitment. What I mean is try to get to sleep 45 minutes to an hour earlier than you do right now, so you can get up 45 minutes to an hour earlier than you usually do, so that you can get in a 30, 45-minute workout before school. I know that that probably seems terrible, especially if you take the bus or your parents drop you off before they go to work and they have to get there really early and stuff like that. I know it probably sounds miserable and you're like, I don't want to get up at 5:30, but sometimes, you know, if you really want it, you got to make it work, you know. So yeah, that would be my advice to you on how to stay fit and healthy in school. Let's see. When your elbow popped, how much did it hurt? Let me tell you, I don't like to cry in front of people. When I have gotten injured in the past, I make like this face, and I just walk away and and sometimes I can't walk away, so I just sit there like help. But this time I freaked out because it popped and I felt it like go backwards so hard that I got scared that it just broke. And so I took my other hand and I like grabbed onto it and I refused to look down because I was scared. I was scared that I was going to see something sticking out where it shouldn't be sticking out. And I just started like saying the instructor's name over and over and over and over, like so fast because my brain couldn't like think of anything else to say. So it was scary, but then I went to the hospital. They did an x-ray and found out it was just a very bad sprain. It took 2 weeks to be able to really, you know, get it pretty much completely back. 3 weeks for it to stop hurting. And I had like a little sling and stuff, so let's see. More questions. I know I said that this was only going to be like 10 to 20 minutes, but this is really fun. Let me know if you think this is fun, because I really enjoy talking with you guys. I really want to connect with my audience more and more, and I feel like this is really helping. Let's see. Can you recommend me an exercise or a workout to do so I can lose weight this summer? Ooh. Well, since you are obviously on my YouTube channel, I would recommend pretty much all my videos there. If you are a beginner to working out, I have a beginner workout on there. It's 10 minutes long. So that kind of works your entire body, as well as getting in a little bit of cardio so that your heart rate can, you know, go at a pretty fast pace. So I would suggest when you're first getting started, just replay that 3 times. You'll get a 30-minute workout. That's enough, especially if you're a beginner, and you will kind of work out your whole body. So you're kind of getting your whole body used to the idea of exercising and working out and moving. Miss Elena House, what can I do to increase my finger and hand strength? I never really work on my finger or hand strength, really. Sometimes when I'm lifting, I've actually wondered, like, if I should start trying to, like, I don't know, like, increase some muscle in this area. I think, like, in my forearms, especially because when I do heavy weights, this might sound a little light for my male viewers, but when I'm using, like, 20 pounds on each side, sometimes it feels really, like, it hurts a little bit in this area, you know, when I'm like, but I don't really do finger or hand strengthening exercises, so maybe we should both look that up together. Let's see. People always say that black coffee is near 0 calories. Is that correct? Yeah, it's about 0 calories. If I ever I do log my calories sometimes just to check, and if I ever have coffee, I don't actually log the coffee because black coffee at the most is like 5 calories for a big cup, so you don't really have to worry about it. Now, speaking of coffee, it's not really the best for your health, so I wouldn't recommend. I know a lot of people drink it every morning. It's a daily thing. And I understand, getting into that kind of a habit. But I would recommend that if you want an energy boost in the morning, to try some wheatgrass juice. I have a video about wheatgrass juice on my channel where it explains it in detail, but it has natural plant caffeine. And it's just a lot better for you because it has a lot more benefits. With coffee, it's mostly just there for caffeine and that's it. But with wheatgrass juice, you get caffeine as well as a lot of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, all that good stuff. So it's way better for you. And also, I think you can make it in like a latte form, which sounds really good. I haven't tried it, but it sounds really good. Like if I took like some almond milk and ooh, I might try that after. Well, not right now. It's too late to have it right now, but maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Elena House. You've been so helpful to me. I'm so glad to hear that. I love hearing when you guys have, positive results from my stuff because that is what, of course, my channel is for. How do you reconcile when you see friends, family, and strangers eating poorly? Yeah, I can. We all deal with this, but what I think is I never try to force a diet on anyone. That's why whenever, I talk about the keto diet, keto is kind of a diet. It's just the time that you eat. But whenever I talk about, different diets and different kinds of foods you should be eating, even though I don't promote eating meat or dairy or any animal products, I will still give examples of animal products that achieve the same goals. For example, more protein or more healthy fats, that kind of thing. Yes, Chelsea, I am vegan. Now, I'm going to add a little asterisk at the end of that. I'm not vegan 100% of the time because, like I said, my family is not vegan, and if my mom makes me food that is not vegan, I will still eat it sometimes because it's rude to say to your mother after she's been working in the kitchen, no, I'm not going to eat that. Eventually, when I move out, when I'm older, I will probably be 100% vegan. But until then, I'm going to respect my mother and my father. And their wishes. But as I was saying, I don't try to push my diet onto people. I don't like it when vegans, I feel like we get a really bad rep because a lot of people are very, I feel like they push it too hard. Like, you are a bad person if you are not vegan. And I don't believe that. I believe that it is a positive, moral diet, but I would never try to force anyone to do it. So I feel like with friends, I would never try to force a healthy diet upon them or make them feel bad that they don't have the same diet as me. But if they ever have any questions or if they ever have any concerns about my diet or their diet, I would, of course, give some advice based on the many hours of research I've done on different kinds of food and stuff, just to recommend some stuff. And if I see them doing something like eating something that's extremely unhealthy or having an extremely unhealthy lifestyle, I would mention it in a friendly way, but not like, you must do this, but just, I'm concerned for you, and here's what I recommend. Chelsea, I've been vegan for a couple of months now, but my family's not vegan either. You get the struggle, girl. But let me see what other questions I have. Your channel has helped me a lot. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. Also, what I try to do on my channel is I try to make a lot of yummy vegan recipes that aren't just like salad, smoothie, you know, that kind of thing. So sometimes I have pasta, sometimes I have soup. I actually have this awesome soup recipe that I'm going to be uploading on my channel soon. And what I try to do is make vegan food that isn't just what a lot of a lot of animal product eaters would consider rabbit food, because it's more tasty, but it's also still healthy. Oh my goodness, there's so many comments. I swear I'm trying to read them all. But you know what, guys? On YouTube, as well as on YouNow, I'm not exactly sure, but on YouTube, there's this thing called Super Chat. And what you do is you make a small donation to my channel, which I would greatly, greatly appreciate. And with that small donation, it makes it so that it highlights your comment at like the top of my screen so that I cannot miss it. So if you do that, you are 100% sure that I will see it. And you'll get a little shout out because that's so sweet of you. Hi, Elena. I'm going to the gym right now. I follow your tips. Thank you. You're the best. Yes, have a great workout. I hope you have a great time. Let's see. Would you play a role on Game of Thrones? And if so, what role? I would play so pretty much anyone on Game of Thrones, except, okay, this might sound a little not narcissistic, but like if I were to be on Game of Thrones, I wouldn't want to be an extra. You know why? Because then if you ever auditioned for a speaking role, they may say you cannot be in Game of Thrones if you've ever been in Game of Thrones. And I was like, but you only see me, like, in that one scene, Tyrion walks by, and I'm that girl way back here, but now I can't be a speaking role. So that, pretty much anything in Game of Thrones, I would like to be. All the coolest roles are taken, though, so far, you know. I personally love Tyrion, Arya, and Daenerys. Hey, you guys, let me know what your favorite Game of Thrones characters, who your favorite Game of Thrones characters are. Do you agree with me? Tyrion, Arya, and Daenerys? Can you please conduct a live show more often? This is very useful. I would love to. I would love to do more of these. This is so much fun. We are nearing 40 minutes. I can't believe it. I'm not sure if I should leave this on my channel. I think I should. I thought this is a fitness channel, and we were just talking about a whole lot of fitness stuff, fitness and health. So if you want to ask any more questions, feel free. We've gone through like 7 or something. This is great. So do you guys have any more questions? I'm trying to see if I missed some. Okay, thank you, Tony. Yes, you can send me a sample of this story on Facebook. That would be awesome. Yes, I said earlier I am half Chinese and half Caucasian. You should be Arya. Mine is Jamie. Jamie is an interesting character. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I thought that the actor changed, I think, between season 1 and season 2, but it turned out it was the same actor. They just put him through like a whole transformation, and I thought they had like switched out the actor, but apparently not. I was so surprised. Thank you, Danny. He said, OMG, you're so cute. That is so sweet of you. Someone said, it's just a prank, bruh. That channel. But 100% beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much. So do you guys have any more fitness or health questions or any video requests? Because I would love to have some video requests from you guys. I actually have some big projects in the works. So I hope you guys will I hope you guys will like them. I'm not going to say them yet because they're a little bit in the future, but I'm just letting you guys know there's a whole lot coming. When you go live, at some point, can you do a live about your martial arts training? That would be Awesome. Yes. I think I might go live more and more often, especially now that I'm getting more used to the platform, because this is my first time actually going live. And a few months ago, I accidentally went live for 2 seconds, then I went off and it caused some confusion. Danny, yes, definitely send over questions. Also, if you guys on YouNow don't know about my YouTube channel, it's Miss Elena House. Where do you see my name? Okay, you see my name up here, just MISS in front of it. Miss Elena House, that's my YouTube channel. And you will see this video, a recording of this video on this channel where I answer a bunch of different fitness questions, as well as a lot of workout videos, recipes, weight loss, fitness tips, all that jazz. Please do a Game of Thrones related video. I actually have, you guys, if you only know me for my fitness and health stuff, you may not know, excuse me, you may not know that my channel started out as a music channel when I was like 13 years old. And so I actually did a cover of The Rains of Castamere on my channel. So if you just search my name and Game of Thrones on YouTube, that should be the first thing that comes up. Oh, just letting you know, another channel copied my video and uploaded it to their channel, so please make sure you're watching the one on my channel. I think mine has, like tens of thousands of views and theirs has like 7, so I think you can tell, but just, I would appreciate it if you watched it on my channel. Thank you, Greg. Greg just said your videos were epic. Thank you. All right. How would you handle cravings? That is a good question. So, let me touch on sugar cravings specifically first, because that's what a lot of people struggle with. So first of all, so many people, especially in the West, well, in the East now too, unfortunately, in Asia, a lot of unhealthy food trends have started. But pretty much the world is getting too much sugar nowadays. Because if you go out to eat or if you buy pre-made food, there's so much added sugar as well as MSG in it, because all these big food corporations just want you to get hooked on their food, because they want you to taste it and go, this is delicious, I must have more. And so they'll pack in as much unhealthy stuff that tastes good into it to get you hooked. So one of these big things is sugar. They add sugar to everything. Even if you go to a restaurant, I like never add, you might think I'm weird, but when I cook vegetables, I don't hardly add anything. Just like a little bit of pepper, maybe some oregano, but that's it. I actually love the taste of vegetables. I don't know. I guess I'm just a little weird, but I love the taste of vegetables. But so when I actually go out to eat, and my mom tastes this too, like you eat some mushroom and it tastes, you can taste the sugar in it, because they even added sugar to cooked mushrooms just because it tastes better. So with us becoming more and more used to having a lot of sugar, a lot of added sugar, refined sugar in our diets, we start to get a lot of cravings for these. But so first of all, first tip, make your own food. That's, so you know everything that goes into it. But to help with sugar cravings, potassium actually helps with sugar cravings. So if you're feeling like you're craving sugar, then turn to some food that is high in potassium to help squash those cravings. Now, sometimes, cravings aren't that simple. They don't just, you can't just like eat a banana and poof, craving's gone. Or eat some kale. That also has some good potassium. Sometimes you actually should just listen to your body, because your body knows best. And so if you feel like you're craving a certain food, don't think, oh, I'm craving this food. Think, what does this food have to offer? So, sometimes I'll feel like I'm craving like vegan meat or something like that. Or sometimes I'm even craving like real meat, which is not good. But I'll be like craving meat, and then I just step back and go, did I have enough protein today? Then I'm thinking, wait, no, I skipped my protein shake this morning and I didn't have that much protein today. I need protein. And then I'll get a protein shake. I'll get a salad with some vegan meat because vegan meat often has pretty much the same exact amount of protein as normal meat. And that'll often get my cravings under control because your body isn't craving a certain food, usually. It's craving what the food gives it. So let's see some more questions. Oh, hi, Danny. Excuse my strange faces when I read. I'm just like, what kind of fitness do you focus on? Personally, I do high intensity interval training, which is where you do an exercise for like 30 to 40 seconds, and then you take a rest in between for 10, 15, 20 seconds. Also, what I don't usually film, but I think I'm going to start filming more, is I like to do weightlifting as well. And I do like to do running. So on my channel, I mostly do high intensity interval training because it is the easiest kind of workout to do online. Because I'm not with you. I'm not next to you and say, let's do 10 push-ups, and then I can like watch you. And if you're going slower or if you're going faster, I can adjust, when we start the next exercise. So for some people, 10 push-ups can take 10 seconds. For some people, 10 push-ups can take a minute. It depends on where you're at. So when I do high intensity interval training, it makes it so that I just say, do this exercise for this long. And everyone can go at their own speed, as well as being able to kind of see like, oh, last month when I did this exact workout, I could only do 10 reps. But right now, I'm doing 15. Look at how much I've improved. So Matt asked if I work out every day, and William said it's not good to work out every day, although that depends on what you're doing. And Matt said, is it fine if I only exercise for only 10 minutes? Here is what I recommend. I do not recommend you work out every day. Because, like I said, when you're actually resting is when first of all, your body is losing weight. That's when the weight loss is actually happening. And that's also when your muscle is being built up. So you have to rest. My parents were both did bodybuilding before I came along. And a little bit, after I came along as well. But just not right now. But they did like serious bodybuilding. My dad, his like leanest point, he was 2% body fat. And he was an NCAA gymnast. But they always told me, do not work out every day. Do not. Because you have to rest. Because that is when your muscles are being actually built. That's when you're actually growing. So even Matt said it's fine if you only exercise for 10 minutes a day. Try not to work out less than 20 minutes a day because you need to have, your heart rate up for a certain amount of time. 10 minutes doesn't really do much. So I never try to go less than 30 minutes. 30 minutes is like, the least amount of time I do at once. So even though my workouts on my channel are 10 minutes long each, I intend for you guys to like do it 3 times through, or do at least 3 times through, or do at least 3 of them in a row. So William is correct. Ooh, what is your favorite Coldplay song? I love Coldplay, first of all. This is hard. I'm gonna go through my iTunes library and just like, I can't choose between Clocks, classic, and Fix You. I love those two. Yes, William. Excuse me. That's right, you need rest. You do need rest. Oh, and of course I have my Teami bottle because I'm always using my Teami bottle. You guys have heard me talk about it so many times. If you ever want to get your own, it's teamiblends.com, Teami blends.com, and you can use my discount code ElenaH20 for 20% off if you ever want to get anything there. Do you recommend drinking smoothies or juices for lunch/dinner? Are you asking if I recommend you drinking a smoothie or a juice? Or are you asking if I'm recommending that you drink? I feel like I'm not being clear enough, but I'll just answer both. So, smoothie or juice? Really, either one. I often do smoothies because I don't have a juicer, but I have been getting into Suja juice. Is that how you pronounce it? Suja juice. It's like this really overpriced juice you can get at Whole Foods, but usually a bottle that's like this big is like $8 at Whole Foods, and it's ridiculous. But I go to Sam's Club, and that's where you can buy a lot of things in bulk, like in much bigger packages for more of a wholesale price. And I get like this huge bottle, like this big, for $8. That's how you shop, and that's how you eat healthy. But usually I have smoothies also because they're more filling, especially because you're asking if I recommend drinking them for lunch or dinner. So I would definitely recommend a smoothie if you're using it as a meal replacement. And yes, I definitely do recommend, I would recommend you drink a smoothie for dinner rather than lunch. My reasoning being, you should have at least one solid meal a day, like more filling meal a day, and I recommend that to be lunch because if you don't really want to have a heavy meal for dinner, especially if you eat a late dinner, which I don't recommend you eat dinner later than 8 p.m. But either way, I recommend having a light dinner, so I would recommend the smoothie for dinner, and then have a heavier or more filling meal for lunch. That's what I do. Danny, my YouTube channel is Miss Elena House. As you can see my name up here, Elena House. Just add MISS to the beginning of that. MISSELENAHOUSE. That's my YouTube channel. Are you certified as a trainer? No, but I'm actually going to work to become certified. I'm just someone who likes to give advice, who has led a very health and fitness centered life. How many days should I be exercising and resting? I would recommend 3 to 5 days a week exercising. Now, this is another case where I would say listen to your body, because if you are feeling so sore one day, and you're like, oh, but I need to work out 5 days a week. You don't have to. If you feel like your entire body is still sore, that means your body hasn't completely finished healing. Because when you're working out, you're actually creating these little tears in your muscle tissue. And when you feel sore, that is called DOMS. And I actually did a video on this. So you create all these little bitty tears in your muscles. And so when you feel sore, that's your body telling you that this is a construction zone. You are being healed right now. And so if you decide, I'm going to work out anyway, and then you continue tearing those muscles, they haven't healed yet. So actually it does more damage than good. So aim for 3 to 5 days a week. But if one day you're like, I'm so sore, I can't do this, don't do it. Yeah, but also try to focus on usually what I try to do is for most of the week, I spend each day focusing on one area of my body. For example, today for me was leg day. Oh, the infamous leg day. But and then before that, I did arms. I did a lot of biceps and shoulders. Tomorrow is going to be back and chest for me. So I'm doing like more isolated areas. Oh, and then near the end of the week, I also like to do one day of cardio where it's kind of like a whole body thing, but it's not, you know, lifting weights and trying to like build up muscle in a certain area. It's cardio, which actually you can do cardio several days in a row without it being much of a problem. I wanted to talk to you about music. Ask me, Danny. Ask me about some music. Oh, and hi, Scusa. Sorry, Scusa. I'm good. How are you? Let me check back on YouTube. Ah. Make sure you drink enough water as well. Stay hydrated. That is true. It is very important to stay hydrated. It also depends on how much you work out. So I've calculated based on my gender, height, age, weight, how much water I should drink, also how much you work out. And this bottle, I have like 8 or 9 of these a day. I know that's a lot. Whenever I'm in class, I always feel so awkward because like no one's drinking and I'm like every few minutes I'm taking a sip and I always feel like so self-conscious. Ray, Elena, how tall are you? You know what I want to do? I want to play a game. I want everyone to write in how tall they think I am. What's your guess on how tall I am? And then I'll say who's correct. How about that? Or who came closest? So let's play this game. Oh wow, I just realized how on YouTube it lags so much. I didn't realize that. I'll see if I can fix that sometime. So yeah, everyone write down. Okay, Danny guessed that I am 5'4". I'm not saying if that's correct or not. Ray says 5'2". You guys think I'm on the short side, but I'm not going to say if that's right or not. Not going to say. I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes. Okay, Deacon says 5'6". Deacon, that's okay, speed limit says 5'10". Oh, wow. 165. I'm guessing that's centimeters. Let me open up a converter. Okay, around 5'4". All right, so I'm going to stop making you guys guess. 5'1", 5'2". I am 5'6" and a half. So Deacon gets this one. Deacon is actually a photographer. He's an amazing photographer. I loved working with. We shot with each other twice while I was in LA. And so, yes, he knew my height because, well, he knew me from my modeling where my height is told to him. That's what I was about to say, like, Deacon, you cheated. but then it would give it away. So I was like, Deacon, you cheated. Danny said Deacon cheated. Yeah, he knew. Oh, 5'11". Someone guessed 5'11". Wow. But you know that actually you're taller earlier on in the day and then you get shorter later at night? Something like how gravity presses on you. So actually when I measure myself in the morning, I'm closer to like 5'7", and at night I'm probably like closer to 5'6". So for my modeling, I need to make sure that I always model early in the morning, first thing in the morning. Get up, go. Oh, actually Deacon just guessed. Wow. You did good. All right. Well, I think I'm going to start to wrap it up. I'm sorry, you guys, but, you know, I'm going to let you get on with your lives and everything you need to do. Is there anything else? Are there any other questions you guys had for me? Let me check on you now as well. You are so cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Have fun. This was fun. This was fun. We need to do this more. We definitely need to do this more. Actually, real quick. Oh, I was just about to make a Snapchat with you guys, but my phone died, as I told you. Let's see, do I have any other questions on here? I have one more question saved from Snapchat and Instagram. Someone asked if I'm ever going to film my 100K Q&A, because this is a Q&A. My 100K Q&A. You guys may or may not know, if you follow other YouTubers, that when you get 100,000 subscribers, you're supposed to get like this plaque with a silver YouTube play button on it. And I've been waiting to get mine, but I haven't gotten mine yet. And I was like, I want to make this video with this plaque just to show you guys what we accomplished, because like we got a reward for it and everything, but I haven't gotten it yet. So I'm thinking like, should I still wait, or should I just do it? I might just do it. We'll see. We'll see. Now, I'm going to leave you guys with one quick question. I'm going to ask you a question now. Will you be downloading my app when it comes out? Yes, I'm coming out with an app. I'm working with this company right now that's helping me develop it. It may not be here for a little while, but I just wanted to let you guys know there will be an app. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. Ray just said yes, and it only took 5 YouTube channels to do it. No. 3 YouTube channels. If you guys don't know, I used to have a YouTube channel back when I was like 12 or 13. Someone hacked it, used it to spam people, and it got shut down. And then I made a new account, and they hacked it like 3 days afterwards. And I couldn't even deal with it for a while, because when they hacked my second account and got it shut down, I was in Switzerland or France. I had a concert in Switzerland in 2012. And then from there, I took a bullet train to France to visit my singing teacher, Didier. And that was when my second channel was shut down. And so I like really couldn't deal with it. And then I finally made this one, and it stuck. It stuck, finally. Yes, William, hell yes, I will. Good. I will let you guys know when the app is out. I'm still working on it. I want to make it perfect for you guys, but I'm going to have so many cool things. I don't want to give too much away, but I just wanted to let you guys know about the app. All right, do you guys have any more questions before we sign off? You're such a sweet person. Thank you. Sirin, I always feel like I butcher all of your names, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Hey, Elena, I love your channel. You are quite animated, quite informative. Thank you so much. Yes, of course I will. Awesome. Oh, can you do a food challenge like eating 5,000 calories? I've seen those challenges. You know what? I recently saw this guy I follow on YouTube. Well, I'm subscribed to on YouTube. He did like a 20,000 calorie food challenge. And I'm like, how do you do it? The one thing I don't like about these food challenges is that, you know, they're all these fit and healthy people, right? But then to be able to get in that amount of calories, they eat like 10 donuts for breakfast or something. And I'm like, oh goodness, I couldn't do that. I don't think I could do that. Oh, Super William, not just William, Super William asks, do you swim as well? Funny story. This is kind of embarrassing, but I think it's far enough in the future that it's not too embarrassing. I couldn't swim until a few years ago. Yeah, that's that's kind of embarrassing. I'm 18 right now, by the way. But so I used to do cheerleading. And when I was like 10 or so, 10, I think. It was a while ago. When I was around 10 or so, I believe, we had traveled to, me and my team, I was on a competitive cheerleading team, not a school cheerleading team. We went to Myrtle Beach for nationals, and we got first place, by the way, in our division. So after that, we went back to the hotel, and we were all having fun in the pool, in the various different pools. Well, one pool had like this jet, and it hit my foot. It was like so hard. I don't know why it was so hard, but it hit my foot and it actually caused me to fall backwards, and I like hit my head on the way down, and I blacked out underneath the water. And then I remember waking up, and I was so confused, and I just like saw like this, I couldn't see the sky exactly because I just saw like the water just like moving in front of me, and I couldn't tell what was happening. And then suddenly it clicked, like, you just fell underwater. And so then I like resurfaced, and then like a jet hit my foot again, and I fell forward. And then I finally got back up, and water was coming out of my nose, my mouth, and my ears, and it was miserable. So like after that, I was always very, very tentative around water. But then finally a few years ago, I was like, water, you will not win. You will not win. I will beat you. And now I swim. And I feel pretty good about my swimming. So that was my interesting story about swimming. All right, if you guys don't have any questions, any more questions, just write it in. And if not, we can go. Oh, but to answer the 5,000 calories question, that's going to be very hard. I might do it in the future, but I'll see. Because right now, I usually don't eat more than like my max in a day, maybe 1,700, like my absolute max. So I don't know if I could handle 5,000. What's your zodiac sign? Interesting. I'm on the cusp of Virgo and Libra, but I honestly feel like I'm way more of a Virgo. Way more. Pierre or Pear just said drinking question mark. I'm drinking water. Oh, thank you, Danny, for adding me to your list. That's awesome. Vodka or beer? If you didn't hear earlier, I am 18 and I live in the US, so I can't drink. Maybe I could go to Europe and try. All right, well, I think that's about it, you guys. There's a huge lag on YouTube, so I'm going to give you guys one more second if you have any other questions, and then we will sign off and go our separate ways. Oh, a new viewer just joined on YouNow, and I'm just now leaving. Well, you'll be able to see a recording of this live stream on my YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/Miss Elena House. MISS Elena House, the name you see right up here. Yeah, so if you don't have any, all love from Algeria. Thank you. Oh, how many days a week do you work out? Like I said, I do practice what I preach 3 to 5 times a week. Yeah, 3 to 5 times a week. And again, I do listen to my body. If I feel way too sore one day, I won't. I might skip that day and only do 4 days that week instead of 5 like my goal was. Thank you, Miss Elena House. No problem. When are you going to make another live stream? Oh, I'm thinking that maybe in the future I should create like a schedule, like a once a month thing or something like that. But right now it's so new to me. This is my first one, like I said, that be sure you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, because like I did this time, I will post on there. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and make sure that that notification button is on, because if the notification button is on, then that means it'll alert you on your phone to let you know when I'm live. There's the train. I live in an old town, so there's like this old train. Oh, hi, Jerry. Long time since you were in Kentucky. Yeah. Wow, that was a while ago. I think that was quite a few years ago. Yeah, it's good to see you again. It's good to talk to you again. Is 5 times a week too much to work out? I don't consider 5 times a week too long to work out. I do not. Unless you are doing like really heavy weightlifting and you're doing the same areas on your body too many times in a row while it still feels really sore, then in that case I would suggest like maybe dedicate one day to cardio instead to give like your muscles a break. Try running, jump rope, something like that to where you're not isolating a certain area of your body in weightlifting. Thank you, Hack THC. I send you positive vibes. I send you all positive vibes back. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again on my next live stream. This went way longer than I thought, but I was having too much fun. I hope you guys were having fun as well. You can find recordings of this on my YouTube channel, Miss Elena House, in case you want to watch it back, in case you want to revisit some of the answers to some of the questions. I answered a whole bunch of questions here. A lot of them were fitness and health related. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I send you all love and have a good night. Bye.